Hi everybody, welcome to Biology 1406 for majors. My name is Trudy Kroll and I'll be your instructor this semester. Now the purpose of this video is to give you a brief introduction to the course, teach you how to navigate through our online classroom, and to take a look at the syllabus with you. Let's get started. When you open your biology course in eCampus, it should look something like this. It will automatically pull up the current week that we are on. If you need to navigate to other weeks, you can look at those over here on the left side. Each week will have the same set of content folders. It'll have lecture videos, lecture slides, lecture activities, labs, the discussion board link, and your exam for the week. Now the exam folder will always be there, but if you were to click in that folder, your exam will not be displayed until the day that it is scheduled. It will automatically show up, so if you take a look or try to look in that folder ahead of time and there's no exam, it will be there by the time you need it. If for some reason it is not, send me emails immediately. And that goes for anything. If you have any type of issue with the course, whether something isn't showing up on your end, or perhaps you find a question on a lab or an exam that you think is incorrect, you can send me your concerns and I'll check them out. If for some reason there is an incorrect question on an exam or a lab, I'll correct it for you and everyone else. Now, all of your course content is already located within these folders, meaning that if you wanted to get ahead in the course, you can go ahead and check out future weeks' content. That does not mean that you'll be able to take the exams early, but you can look at other things early. But there are a few important things to note. Some of your lecture videos will be changing. I am in the process of uploading my own videos to this channel. I put in some of Dr. Dinesh's videos as a placeholder so that if you did want to get ahead of the course, you could take a look at his videos. Dr. Dinesh is another biology professor that we have at Dallas College. You will see him in several of your lab videos. Now, some of this content may or may not change. There are a few videos here in weeks 3 and 4 of his that I really enjoy, and I think they are done extremely well, so we may end up using those. But just be aware that some of this other video content may or may not change. You can always find his and my videos both by searching for us on YouTube. Apart from a few lecture videos changing, nothing else in the course will change. For example, all of your lecture slides have already been posted and they will not change. Occasionally I find typos in them, so I will fix those, but it doesn't actually change the content. Below your lecture slides, you'll find lecture activities. Now there won't be a lecture activity every week, so if there is a folder missing, you don't have a lecture activity that week. Now your first lecture activity is called a syllabus homework. This is going to be due next week. The syllabus homework is just a short quiz asking you questions about your syllabus. I want you to go over your syllabus and become quite familiar with it. It has everything you need to know about the course. It has all of your assignment dates, all of your exam dates. Now below your lecture activities folder is your labs folder. Each week you'll have 2 to 3 labs to do. All of the labs will be due on Thursday of the current week at 11:59 p.m. When you click on a lab folder, you'll typically find 3 things. You'll find a lab manual, a link to your pre-lab, and a link to your actual lab. Now your lab manual gives you a good introduction and details the experiment that you would be doing if we were in a face-to-face classroom. But you can ignore the latter portion of those labs for the most part because we're not in a lab setting. However, you will find the information necessary to take your pre-lab in that lab manual. You may also find information that will help you with your actual lab. Now going back to the week folder, below your labs will be a link to the discussion board for that week. There will be a discussion board every single week, and you will be required to make 2 contributions. In order to receive full credit for the discussion board, you must either answer 2 questions in the discussion board or answer one question, and comment on someone else's response. Now there are some other important links over here on the left side of your menu. You'll find a link to announcements, which there are none currently because I haven't made any. But announcements will help you remember to turn things in and when your exams will be. If anything changes about the course, there will be an announcement about it, and I will also be sending you emails with these announcements in them. Below announcements, you can find your grades. Then below grades, you'll find a link to your syllabus. Then below the link to the syllabus, there is a link to your book. Now, I don't recommend using this all the time because it will occupy your eCampus and you'll have to open it up in another tab, and it may make your eCampus run slower. But if you need to look something up closely or for some reason you can't find the link, it is over there on the left in Blackboard. Below the book link is a link that says My Instructor, and there you'll find my email if you need a quick link to my email. Below that are a few lesser important tools within the course. If you click on Course Dialog, it'll open to your discussion boards. Tools just gives you a big list of all of the tools that eCampus offers, and below Tools you'll find a list of resources like tutoring centers, and below that you'll just find a couple of quick helplines that you can call or tutorials that you can look at if you need those. So the last thing we'll do in this video is we will take a look at your syllabus. So this is your syllabus. At the top of your syllabus, you will find important dates like the certification date and the last date to withdraw. You will also find out how your grade will be calculated. Each lecture exam will be worth 100 points each, and you'll have 5 of them. So your lecture exams constitute a large portion of your grade. They are very important. There will be no makeups for exams. If for some reason you have extenuating circumstances like you have a family illness or someone passes away, there will be a comprehensive final offered at the end of the course to make up for any exam that was missed. Now this will not be an easy test. It will be comprehensive, and it'll be about twice as long as any of your other exams. So please do not miss an exam. You do not want to have to take this comprehensive final. Now, lecture exams will all be offered online in eCampus. They will be open all day on the day that they're posted, and they will be due at 11:59 p.m. on that night. Typically, the exams will be done on Friday. The last week will be done on Thursday because the course ends on a Thursday. All of your exams will be about 50 multiple choice, true, false, or matching type questions. And you will have 100 minutes to complete this exam. That means you have about 2 minutes per question on this exam. Now, all pre-labs, labs, and discussion board postings for the current week will be due on that current week's Thursday at 11:59 p.m. All lecture activities will be due on that Friday. There will be no makeups for lecture activities or discussion boards. If you miss a pre-lab or a lab or make a bad grade on it, then I will be dropping 2 of those pre-labs and 2 of the labs at the end of the course. Also in your syllabus, there is the information about your book, and there is a link to it. Of course, the syllabus contains other typical information like policies, objectives, etc. But what you'll be most interested in is down here at the bottom. You have a calendar of assignments. Now the calendar shows you which chapters we'll be working on that current week, which labs you'll be doing that week, and when everything is due. You'll notice down here in weeks 3 and 4 you do not have a lecture activity, but you do on week 1, 2, and 5. Well, that concludes your introduction to Biology 1406. I hope you guys enjoy the course. I know I'm going to, and I really look forward to working with you in the future.